This is my 420 SL 1986. I've been asked a few times, this is a show car, so I've been asked a few times what the judges look for when they're judging a concours car. So I'm going to go over a few points and maybe help people and folks that have got late series cars, that's 86 onwards, R107s, and maybe a few tips in how to get those extra points if you're going to be judged. So starting at the front, let's bend down. Headlights need to be very bright, sharp. The judges always look into the glass to see if there's any imperfections, and you can see where, if you have got the headlamp wash wipe, you can see where the wiper is positioned, and that's quite a critical thing that they look for. Likewise, the fog lights at the bottom need to be in good condition, and the correct finish at the back of them, and they check underneath and check all the wiring to make sure that it is pretty factory. Again, you need a very good clean radiator, and the cross bars, the strengthening bars, they need to be in a nice pristine condition in a satin black. Chrome wise, of course, chrome needs to be good, and rubbers need to be no marks or imperfections. Number plates are always inspected, and you can see on that, if you can see, these have got the Phillips screws on the front, and they have the flatheads on the back for some reason, but that's always something that the judges pick up on. Into the engine bay itself, obviously cleanliness and originality are the main two things they look for. So all detailing, clips, stickers, which are a bit of an issue with some people, but obviously if you've got a show car you've got to have stickers. Obviously it'll be marked down. A few little points that lots of people miss out. See the little cap over the positive point on the battery. This was a standard equipment on all 107s, and quite a lot of cars have this missing as they change and get a different spec of batteries as they go through different owners. It's not very good light, this, to get all the detail, but I'm sure you're getting the right impression on what's wanted. Wheels, all late series 107s have the 15-inch alloys, and with the mudguards, and the interior of the paintwork on the wheel arches is body colour. Likewise, another point on the front spoiler there, that is just bare plastic. It's the natural colour, which comes out to a sort of a middish dark grey, but that is not painted, that is just grey plastic. All the side mouldings and doors need to be good and parallel. They always give a beady eye down the side to make sure that the side mouldings do line up. And likewise, glass needs to be no marks or scratches, and it has to be Mercedes glass. They look for the Mercedes markings in each corner of the glass to make sure that it is original equipment. Inside, seats need to be in good condition, no rips and tears. The woodwork needs to be the correct shine of a bare walnut finish. Radios are always checked normally to see if they're working, for one thing. Most cars had the dealer option radios, which were Blaupunkt. This has got a which would have been mainly a factory build option, which is the Becker radio for that particular year. The point that they do look at as well, which might be of interest, if I can, sorry about the shaking on this, but I'm obviously trying to position my hands at the same time as I'm filming, is the line up there where the glove box closes and the chrome joins. It has to be almost crack on, because that's one of the things they look at to see if there's any imperfections in where the glove box is dropped in the finish on that. Likewise, they check the carpets underneath these mats, which are these are Mercedes over mats, original equipment, and they check the mats under the carpets underneath to make sure that they've got the correct foam backing and markings, because they're all coded with their own code numbers underneath the carpets. Fire extinguisher, standard equipment on all 8 series 107s. Again, with the in the back is the would have had the I haven't got it in the car today because I don't keep it in there, is a first aid kit. If you had the optional seats in the back, you'd have the first aid kit in the boot. This one's got a my car's got a rear air deflector, which is a Mercedes particular one, but there's aftermarket ones. But again, if you put aftermarket in and you would have your car judged, you would lose points. Chrome again on the, well, every bit of chrome is checked for marks and stuff, and that'll just lose marks. You always start off with full marks, and then they mark you down as they go round. The hood needs to be good and well fitted, and check for any the way it fits at the back. Lots of them raise at the middle and back because they've not been tucked away properly. When they're put away, if you put the hood away properly, it will sit like that all the time. Again, a Mercedes hood will score you points. Aftermarket ones will lose you a couple of points. Walking around the back, the aerial, that's a Hirschman aerial, which would have been, if you had the Becker radio, they normally fitted a Hirschman electric or manual aerial with the car. Rear of the car, everything has to look straight, the car has to sit right. They check that the car's sitting up nice and proud and not sagging like an old car, and they check the chrome work, and especially the chrome along the back, which is on most cars, well, a lot of cars, pitted, and that's an area which is difficult and expensive to keep in good condition. Inside, again, they check the dashboard. Dials should be orange, not yellow, because they fade to yellow, so they should be orange. Things like indicators, you should be able to hear them. They shouldn't be silent. I think that's mainly a few of the points that I can think of. There's obviously a lot more when they're having to cut these cars judged, especially at our national concours. They'll judge the car for maybe half an hour or so in the very top classes and look at every point you can think of. You think they're not going to spot something on your car that you know's wrong with it, but they always do. So that's a brief look at how a concours car needs to be prepared. Just a thought there is the wipers. Obviously you need the aluminium wipers on the car. Now they should be, as you can see, they're set to that corner mark and thing, and they should be parallel as these are here when they're in the closed position. On the front of the slam panel should have the correct stickers and the correct VIN plates and engine specification and setup markings for the correct ones for the correct cars. And the actual closing point should have a slight, if you can see that bit there, has a clear film over it, and that's something that they do check as well. The star and the grille, well, it's obvious they need to be very good. An area that a lot of people miss is underneath, where it has to be very difficult to get us to film in this light, but that is all painted under there in the same body colour and is pristine red. Obviously no under seals and stuff, that you never saw any under seal on a factory car, so you wouldn't see any on this. I think that's it. hope that's of interest to somebody anyway. And that's my little film for today. Thank you.